Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. In today's video, we're going to talk about you reap what you sow. Now, before we get into this message, I do want to remind you that this Thursday, we are kicking off our How to Write a Book class. I'm going to be teaching you how to write, publish, and become an Amazon best-selling author. So I'm going to give you my whole blueprint, okay? The blueprint I use that has helped me to publish 10 books, okay? I'm an eight-time Amazon best-selling author. You know, it's very easy to hit the bestseller list, but you just got to know how to do it. But this is exactly what I'm going to show you. You know how to do inside of our How to Write a Book class. So if you know that God has put a book on the inside of you, and you want to learn how to write it, you want to learn how to publish it, and also become a best-selling author, I want you to head over to godordainedmarriages.com/book class. Sign up today, okay? Because we're starting on Thursday. I will leave the link in the description area, but head over there right now, godordainedmarriages.com/book class, and sign up today. All right. Now, let's talk about it. You will reap whatever you sow, specifically concerning your spouse. Okay. So scriptures say God would not be mocked. Whatever a man sows, he shall reap. Right. And so this video is a reminder, okay, that God, he hear the conversations you are having about your spouse. He see your heart towards your spouse. Okay, he see whatever you're doing behind your spouse's back, right? The same way how God is seeing these things with the prodigal, right? God see you as well. Okay. And so I'm here just to remind you that you want to be mindful of how you speak concerning your spouse, because if you lead with criticism, okay, whether or not you're joking or not, because God doesn't see it as joking. Okay, scriptures say death and life are in the power of your tongues, and those that love it will eat the fruit thereof, right? So these are word curses when we think we're joking, right? And that's how God see it. So God, he is listening, and he's recording things, okay? And a day is going to come. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Before reconciliation, God is going to bring you and your spouse um before him. Now the two of you won't even know that God is doing this, okay? This is what God gave me revelation concerning. But God will bring you and your spouse basically to the seat of judgment before the Lord. And he's going to judge both of y'all cases. And if he looked at your case and he see you have been behaving or said some things, that's going to come back upon you, that you reap what you sow, then you are going to go through a season of judgment where the way how you were, I'm gonna use it as an example, the way how you were critical of your spouse, you will go through a season where you will hear your spouse criticizing you. If you cheated on your spouse behind your back, let's say you went in the kitchen and you saw that your spouse was out with another counterfeit, and you said, you know what, I ain't about to be sitting around, being loyal and being faithful while he or she is out here going from counterfeit to counterfeit to counterfeit, right? Let me tell you something, because God is always looking. So if you cheat, okay, if you are disloyal, then God is going to ensure, okay? It's a principle that we're activating. Whoever you are with, okay, God is going to ensure that that relationship ends, okay, in a way that you don't even like, okay? He's going to make sure, all right, because it's built in. So if you cheated, if you were disloyal, right, the person who you may be entertaining right now, they will be disloyal to you. They will betray you. Okay, they will mishandle you. Okay, you reap what you sow. All right, so I need you to understand. Yes, you are the believing spouse, but God has a standard, and He has an expectation that He has placed on us. The expectation is on the prodigals too. But right now they up under this reprobate mind. They up under a curse. So this curse is going to continue to cause this person to go in circles, right? But once God restored this individual back into their right mind, then they got to meet that expectation as well. Okay. But you, the believing spouse, God expects better from you. He expects, okay, for us to learn how to properly speak about our spouses, even when we're hurt, even when, they move us to anger. God is like, okay, do not sin in your anger, right? Meaning, do not criticize, do not become critical of your spouse in your anger, because that's a critical spirit that you are now partnering with. Do not, try to make your spouse jealous, because that's a spirit of jealousy you are now coming into agreement with. Do not, commit adultery on your spouse, even if you see they doing it. God is like, no, you don't go down to their level. You bring the person up to yours. You win them over by your behavior and expectation, right? So again, this is a reminder video to remind you, be mindful of how you are speaking on your spouse. Okay, you might have to get out a journal and write some things down. Okay, like write down how you feeling right now, and then you ask yourself, what's a better way that I can say this? What's a better way I can express myself, right? Because you don't want, when it's time for God, when He called you and your spouse's case, to the front, and He pronounced judgment, you don't want to go through a season where now you coming up under heavy criticism, you coming up under heavy rejection, you coming up under betrayal, disrespect, right? You don't want to go through that season. And this is how we avoid going through it, by understanding we also will reap what we sow while we are standing for these God ordained marriages. Okay. So I hope that was clear. God is with you. He see you. He hear every word you're saying, okay? In private and in public. Okay? He hear the conversation you are having with your friends. He hear the conversation you are having with your family, okay? And he's going to judge accordingly. All right? So make sure you are speaking about your spouse, with respect, okay? um and that's really it. We're leading with respect. Okay, it just respect. Okay, God is he's growing us up, and He want us to put away all of this disrespect, all of this criticism, and He want us to learn how to, when we talk about our spouses, talk about them in a respectful manner. If you don't know how to do it, then don't say nothing at all. Okay. So that is it. All right. So with that, I am Taquila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.